Generic greetings and welcome to Power to the People. Today's beverage is a delicious creamy banana milkshake. Very nice indeed. So welcome to Power to the People. This is a building and management game that focuses on electricity distribution and infrastructure. So dealing with the power plants, transmission lines, storage, that sort of thing. It's a game I've played for a couple of hours, and essentially it's as if you over-engineer the power side of SimCity or City Skylines and then forget to build the rest of the game. So we're going to play a little bit of it. I don't know how far we'll get through it, but it's going to be a bit of a mini-series. Let's go ahead and jump in. I've completed all the tutorials. I have failed once the weekly challenges and completed a few sandbox games, or played a few sandbox games, should I say. And yeah, that's mainly where I've been playing. However, I've also done one mission in the campaign. So you can see there's lots of different maps here all across the world, which will have different bonuses and different challenges, etc. But we're going to look at up the top here. The first one I completed was in Denmark, and that was, as you may imagine, mainly focused on wind turbines. But we're going to go to Finland here with Jakobstad. It says around 75% of Finland's total land area is covered in forest. Its resources were used to build houses and keep people warm. Today, they are used to provide energy for the city via biomass-fired power plants. I thought Finland had a lot of nuclear. Anyway, so we have an IP reward of 5. IP is your influence points, and as you unlock these points, you get different bonuses. So company customization, extra maps, switching stations, new technologies, and that sort of thing. So we're going to go for an easy breezy mode. It says easy, but it's still got a challenge in there. You can't, just sleep and pass it. It's low power usage, high income, high wind speeds. The difference is only 1 point in the IP reward, so it can't be much easier. Perks and challenges. Fireplace. The low temperatures do not cause increased power consumption. Good, because it's known to be quite cold in Finland at times. Massive forest. Low running costs for biomass plants thanks to the 20 million hectares of forest in the country. Okay. And the Sisu philosophy. Residential customers only get unhappy after 2 hours without power during the day thanks to the population's resilience and hardiness. So, good. Bonuses. It's going to be focused around biomass-fired power plants, isn't it, this thing? And also, advanced substations are available, even if you don't have enough influence to unlock them. Okay, you've got different game modes, strategic and high energy. I'm just going to go with strategic there. I have no idea what the other one does, so yeah, we shall see. Right, quick rundown through the UI. Welcome, you've been hired as a manager for the local electric company in the Jakobstad area. I think that's how you pronounce it. In order to prove yourself, you need to keep customer satisfaction over 50% during 50 days. Remember, the instant that customer satisfaction drops under the limit, it's game over. So, welcome to beautiful Finland, Power Architect. This is a remote area where towns are growing slowly, so it shouldn't be too much of a challenge for you. However, be careful about ice formation on your power lines during winter. So top left we have our things like weather and temperature and the day and the year. So it's March year 1. We have to go through 50 days in order to win this level. And we can see it's 17.2 meters per second on the wind, and it's quite sunny. There you go. It's got -3, +3, -4, +2 for the temperature. So you may imagine if it's overcast, your solar power won't work very well. If it's not very windy, then your wind turbines won't work, etc. You've got your time controls and temperature. If you've got low temperature, well, obviously people want to switch on more things to heat them, to heat their buildings. So yeah, on some maps you may struggle at certain times when it's really cold. And also your power lines can freeze. 200,000 generic units of currency. Current satisfaction is 100. That's the main thing to look at, really. If that dips, as the game said, under 50%, you get kicked out, you're fired. It's very cold. Power lines with low loads are vulnerable to ice formation. New city is being founded in 7 days. Game is paused, and the Sisu philosophy is in effect. Bottom right, should I say, we have our mini-map, and it's quite a large map, as you can see there, with a lot of, I've noticed a lot of water, so navigating around here may be problematic. I don't think you can actually build power lines across the deep water, but we'll see. And then obviously building at the bottom. So this is the main thing we have to focus on. We can see we have this nice little town here, Jakobstad. It's 13 population, I think it says. It's got no power, and the power stats, it says we are needing 7.60 megawatts. So just under 8 megawatts of power. We're not generating anything. We don't have any capacity. This shows you like where your energy is coming from, so whether it be power plants or storage, what the unmet demand is, and also the trend, so where power is being used at what time of the day. So we need to generate some power, and we're going to do that by looking at our power plants. So you've got things like diesel generators, wind turbines, coal-fired power plant, all the way over to biomass. as you play through the game and go on different maps, you'll unlock different power plants and substations and where to generate and transport power. So we're going to be building biomass power plants because we get bonuses for running it. Each of the power plants has a maximum output, so 80 megawatts for the biomass plant, which is pretty good. You also have like a ramp up time, so the solar cells, the solar farm just doesn't have any ramp up time. It's on. But obviously it depends on what the weather is. Diesel generators, again, no ramp up time, same for wind turbines, but coal, 6 hours. So if you have a big spike in demand, or say a substation blows up, because you do get overcapacity in events and such, and you have to reroute power, then yeah, you're going to have some problems because it does take 6 hours to ramp up if it was, say, running really low. But we're going to use a biomass plant. We have an operating cost of 5 generic units of currency per megawatt hour, and obviously that is probably reduced by the passive bonuses for this map. And we have a NIMBY radius, which is not in my backyard. So when we got to build it, people really don't want it right near them, so we need to place it away from them. And I'm going to place it probably relatively, I wouldn't say really far away, but I certainly don't want to build it right next door because this will expand. So maybe over here is reasonable. So total cost is 90. So we're going to place that there, and that slams it down. And there is our biomass power plant, and it is now ramping up because apparently it's unpaused there. So let's go ahead and start building some stuff. So we need to go for a start, some substations. So you've got local substation, basic, high-tech, and advanced. What's the high-tech? The difference between the basic and the high-tech is very minimal. This was just a bonus you get from signing up to their newsletter, I think. But the high-tech, the advanced one is, well, it's just better. So we're going to build one of those. The NIMBY bonus is, was it not my backyard, is I think it was, well, it's that circle around there. So that will be fine. If they get close, then we could have some problems. Okay, over to our transmission here, and the power is going to come up and out into there. Each one of these can transport, I believe, it is it 100 megawatts, I think. And then these smaller lines, these ones can only, I think they can only transfer power up to, I think it's up to 30 megawatts. But anyway, what I'm going to do is sort of run the power back here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm thinking already about the potential... Oh, am I out? No, I'm just going to have to build along there. I'm thinking about the potential expansion. If the city comes this way, I want to be able to run another line and not have that connect up. So let me just demolish that one there. Let me just go back to power. And again, I'm just going to run these across like so. And I'm building them on the roads because, well, you can't build them over like the large parks or the town squares or anything. But that's now all connected up. So we can see the power demand and the power shift, and there we go. We are hopefully meeting demand. The problem is that because this has a ramp up time, we've got no what's not connected. It is that building there, is it? Okay, I will do that, and that now connects it up. Yeah, the problem I have is that I'm supplying it, but you can see there's just at times where we may not be meeting demand, and that's where your storage comes in, which I'll show you in but a moment. But it's just about to tick over to midnight, where we'll get our end of day little readout here. So customer satisfaction is 100%. Total energy demand was 202 megawatt hours. Total energy sold is 75.7 megawatt hours. The NIMBY rating is brilliant. Customer satisfaction is brilliant. Power generation, brilliant. Efficiency, not ideal. It's only 4-5 stars, but it's not too bad. And energy storage is none. So we need some energy storage. Okay, so we've got 962 generic units of currency, otherwise known as not a lot. So I'm going to go to our... What's the best way of doing this? Let's go for storage. You've got Flywheel Storage, Lithium-Ion Battery Farm, and a Molten Salt Factory. I don't think I want a huge storage. I just want enough to keep things going. The maximum output is 25 megawatts. The difference is that's almost double, and that is double. So I think we'll go for the lithium-ion battery, and we'll have that as a middle ground. Why is the lithium-ion battery, like, I've got a really bad not on my backyard thing? 15 tiles. Maybe we'll go with the flywheel storage then and just see how we get on with that one. I'm going to put flywheel storage in here. It doesn't mean I can't build any more. And then we'll connect that up like so. And what will happen is that this will ramp up to start putting power to that there. So let's just go and unpause it, and that's now, as you can see, the flywheel storage is spinning up and storing power. Does that have any ramp up? No, it doesn't. It says slow discharge rate. Okay. The maximum charging power is 25. Storage capacity 150 megawatt hours. It should do us anyway. So, how are we getting on? We are on 48,000 generic units of currency, 100% power. This place is doing okay. We have 7 days until a new city has been formed. We've got company information here. You can take loans if you need to. I don't think we need to do it at the moment. We've also got our power distribution profile, so conservative, balanced, and aggressive. So conservatives attempt to keep power lines as balanced as possible, even if it takes a longer route. Balanced is seek a compromise between reliability and efficiency. Power will flow through the power lines until they are almost at maximum capacity. Afterwards, alternatives for longer paths will be used, and then aggressive. Always prioritize transmission effect over reliability. There you go. We also have research, which we get research points every day. So every day we get an research point, and we can obviously put them into distribution, generation, and it unlocks like loads of stuff as well. Just going to press N to speed the game up because, quite frankly, this is where it's a little bit curious. Like, it's got this, day-night cycle, but realistically, you don't really need to worry about it. It's just, you get to the end of the day, and then you sort of build what you need, and then you do it again. I'm going to go for, what have we got? Staff training or reinforced transformers. Reinforced transformers is substations can operate at maximum capacity for a longer time before exploding. Yes, that can happen. 75 megawatts, I don't think I'm worried. However, staff training, maintenance downtime is reduced by 50%. So I'm going to go unlock staff training because we will eventually need to, like turn this off and do maintenance on the biomass plant. So let's go ahead and go for the next day. You can see that the town is expanding. So we have a suburban homes, residential density 1 that's under construction. And it looks like we are meeting all demand, which is good. Looks like the peak has not went over 20 megawatts yet, so that's fine. We are generating 80 megawatts from this thing. The max theoretical output is 80 megawatts. You can also see by the lines that the power that's being transmitted in the direction of travel as well. So the power is going from here, along there, and across. The lighter that it is, the more power that's going through it, or the higher capacity, should I say, that it's reaching. So these are quite bright blue. That's because we're transmitting at the moment a third of what this thing can handle. If it goes over, it doesn't immediately melt down, but it will start arcing and sparking and go like a yellowy orange to denote that yes, you have a bit of a problem. You should probably manage that, which is why we want to put in probably power lines in here and then in here, and then think about another substation. When you mouse over the substations, it shows you what you are powering, so all this goes green, which is a very nice feature. I like that it shows you that. Same as for the power lines, which way it's taken as well. So yeah, we'll just go and skip ahead to the next day. Everything is still powered up, and oh, we've got another building there, which is we're cracking on with that one. There's $6,000, and we will just skip ahead to the next day. There's no reason not to do that. There's nothing else happening. Oh, we've got another building at the back there, which is a shopping district. We also have some more points now, so we could go for reinforced transformers. Substation operate at maximum capacity longer. Upgraded generators increases the power output of all plants by 5%. I don't think we need that, but I do want to go for improved cable alloys. Increase the capacity of all power lines by 10%. That means reinforced transformers, so we're going to pick that up as well. 4 more days until the next city is founded. The problem with that is, well, essentially, yeah, essentially the issue is that we won't have enough power to, so we won't have enough money to make another one of these setups. This entire setup here for Jacobstad cost us about 150 grand, and we've only got 74. Info: clean ferries. Due to environmental concerns, a new facility to develop and test electric ships will be built in the outskirts of Jacobstad. The new building will demand lots of power, but also be bringing us high profits. Important, this building will need to be fed directly with high voltage line. Okay, so where is this thing then? So they're going to build it, I assume, over there, so we need a high voltage line. I can easily bring a high voltage line across and up, so let's see where this will be built. It says built close to this, so it doesn't necessarily mean in here. It could be around these parts. So this is a nice little event to experience. What I am looking at, though, is that the trend and demand, we're getting close to 30 megawatts, and as I know that these things can only handle 30 megawatts, we're going to start to have a couple of issues there, potentially, anyway. So I'm going to have to build another set of lines that go in and start to power other areas, because otherwise we're going to have some problems. This is the main problem I have here, because I can't build there, which means anything I run across here and connect up is going to give me some issues. And we also have a new city being founded in 47 hours. The ferry terminal will be built in the next 23 hours. Okay, that's fine. What I'm going to do then is start to connect up some of this. I'm going to connect up that, and I'm going to connect up that, but then remove this connection and this connection. So everything should still be powered up. Oh, you are joking. Right, so that's still connected up, but at least of these are now, it's being supplied by the same thing. It's just we've split up the connections there. So in order to connect this up, how on earth am I going to do that? So can we go across here? We can. 43 grand in order to do that. 36 to there. I think it would be best if we just sort of do a bit of an island hop, essentially. So across here is 12 grand. Across to there, which is fine. Coming down here. And there, and then into here. It is now powered up. So that is now powered up. Apparently, we will get some money off that one. Hopefully. Well, because we need it. So, let's see how we get on. So, 8 grand. Not ideal. But, at least we have enough power to get this thing going. It says close. Is that close, really? If the new city's over here, we're going to struggle. We are really going to struggle. But let's see how we get on. So, is it going to be built? It's almost built. There it is. We have a new. So close that 9 grand there. So this is our electric ferry charging point. Nice. So there's our direct connection going in. There's all of the infrastructure supporting the ferry. And there is said ferry. I mean, I don't know where you're going to go to and from because it's in the middle of nowhere, but well, it is what it is. New city to be built in 8 hours, and we also have some more research points. We have high efficiency transformers. Reduces power losses at substations by 25%, and then improve cable alloys, which I do want. So I'm going to pick up high efficiency transformers. I tend to go for all of the high statistical bonuses as much as I can. So reducing losses, increasing efficiency, that sort of thing, instead of just, bolting on loads more extra infrastructure. We've got a medical clinic being built there. Is that a donut shop? That is a donut shop. It's a restaurant. A donut restaurant. Current, I mean, it's midnight. And, yeah, even then we're using about 25 megawatts. We've had 1 week as being the CEO. 1 full week. So, skipping ahead a little bit. And stop. Whoa, slow down. Right, so we have our new city over here. That's Lemminkulma. Okay, so this thing is at half already. Let's go ahead and get some connections in. We want an advanced substation. Advanced substation can go there. We want power line to connect up like so. And then we're going to get the lines in. This one's going to go up and across, like that. Then another one is going to go straight down. Then another one's going to go over there. Again, just trying to put in these 3 lines in case we need to expand off them. And there we go. At least we're powering that off this one biomass plant. The issue there is, what is the demand? Total demand went over 40 at one point. This can run to 80, so it's got good capacity. Problem is money. Or rather, the lack of money. Oh, there's 16 grand though. That's pretty good. How's this doing? Medical clinic is on, which is excellent. And we now have public relations. So public relations and power saving. The distribution and generation unlocks when you start the game. Public relations when you get the 2nd city founded, and then the 3rd city for power saving. Reduce power consumption by residential buildings by 5%. New cities being built in 13 days. So, there's that city there. What's this here? A large park. The cities can become quite large as well. naturally this is on easy mode. It's it don't build necessarily as fast as medium, but when I've been playing on medium on the sandbox, yeah, they can increase in size quite rapidly. And also that means, I mean, obviously we're putting in a little bit of redundancy, so I preemptively built a couple of transmission lines, a couple of these power lines over here, knowing that one line is not going to be able to supply all of this for very long. And over here, I've well over-egged it by putting in 3. So it's about trying to manage what you think is going to be needed to what, you know, within your budget. You know, it's all... Ideally, you would want the best of the best of the best and completely over-engineer it and make it absolutely bulletproof. But we have limitations. We have space limitations. We have money to consider. You know, we don't have unlimited funds. Anyway, I should probably unpause it and go to the next day because, well, nothing much really happens. I say I don't know why it's got this cycle. It doesn't seem to be strictly necessary. Oh, so what notice there? For a start, we got 20 grand, which is good. But this went to about 80. This went to nearly 60 megawatts. So already I'm thinking we need another power station. This thing, how much does that draw? Uses 8.5 megawatts. Okay, fair enough. We do have some more research points. We could go for ad campaigns. Increases residential customer satisfaction by 5 percentage points. We're on 100%, we don't need it. Research agreement is good. Loose research points now in exchange, or lose research points now in exchange for having 50% probability of getting 2 research points. Alright. So we can basically double up on them and get lots of research. That could be quite good, but it costs 8, which is... that'll be 10 days to get that. I don't know. We'll see. It might be worth taking the risk. I've never ran with it, so let's see what happens. Anyway, days CEO is 9. 9 days. So you saw that there. You can see this is ramping up. So it's still working. There's 23 grand as well. So we're making money. Making good money. I think most of our things are okay. It's now just... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So, what's happening here? Ah, it's the ramp-up time. See that? This wasn't able to ramp up in time when we didn't generate the power required. And our storage, Flywheel Storage, just wasn't working out. Okay. We need more storage, don't we? I'm going to go with ad campaigns to try and reduce that negative customer satisfaction, and I want some storage. I'm tempted with one of these. Lithium-Ion. Going to go with Lithium-Ion, like that. And that's now maxed out. The reason for that is trying to fill this thing, which I am going to promptly bulldoze and get a bit of money back to then build lithium-ion storage to get more storage capacity. I also might look at other types of power plants, so things like solar. What's it like? It's sunny. 75 grand though for a solar plant. Okay. Looks like we've got something getting built at the back there. What I'll do is... I'll run the line in. So 40 megawatts, just under 10, and then your 8.5 over there. And this thing is running at absolutely max capacity, burning all the trees in the country because it's trying to fill up these lithium-ion battery farms. Balanced storage solution, medium capacity and medium cost but slow discharge rate. And our molten salt is good capacity and medium discharge rate, good component, complement for renewable energy sources. Molten salt. 19 grand there, we need that money. New city has been built in 10 days, which means we're going to need another power plant. So, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Power station is now ramped down. There you go. So that's gone down a bit. The advantage that we have is that... Yeah, I got 22 grand there. Is that this thing now needs to supply the power to these two, which it's doing. But also, we have 30 megawatts of... No, 150 megawatts of charge with a capacity of 30 if it needs to. So even if this thing can only produce 80 and we use, say, 100, these two can potentially kick in, and for that peak, it'll be alright. It'll run it fine. Research points we have available. We go for dynamic pricing. Industrial and commercial buildings will pay an extra 1 per megawatt hour. 1 generic units of currency per megawatt hour. I don't know if I want to go for research agreements. I've only got 3 at the moment. Research, maybe going for that will help out. I'm going to risk it, okay? I've decided I'm going to risk it. It might not be the right thing to do, but the fun will be in finding out. How far are we on? 12 days. That's fine. CC philosophy currently in effect, and 24 grand. There is a new building, suburban homes. I'm going to run in these along like so, and then delete that. The reason for it is they won't build, I think, where these are. They might build roads on where these lines are, but I don't want to put buildings there. So I want to try and build them on roads where possible. How are we doing over here? That's a mall, shopping mall, density 2. And what's the load on this one? Currently 10, but I mean the hospital is 3.4. The mall is 2.5. Got a gourmet restaurant is 1. Yeah, that's a lot already just on that line. But luckily we got this other one connected up, so that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's see what our peak is. It seems to be peaking at around 75. This is the mayor here. Congratulations on doing a good job on keeping the lights on. People seem to be really happy with the quality of the service. Well, 100%. Which is not too bad at all. I also realise it's raining a lot. So you can see that power going up to about there. Generation capacity is 80, but we've still got our storage. This thing is about halfway. Used capacity is 41,000, but we can go up to 75. So that almost tapped out there. That was almost maxed out, that power plant. But we still got these storage solutions. 102,000 generic units of currency. There's 22 grand there. So we've got enough money for improved cables, enough research points, should I say, for improved cable alloys, increase the capacity of all power lines by 10%. That's brilliant. The next one is even better. 30% of all lines, but it also costs you extra money. That's fine. Efficient storage is good. Generators are good. I'm still going to go for that research agreement. It's only 3 more points, so I'm going to risk it. I think we're going to max out here on our power. No, it just didn't get there. Just didn't get there. Close though. 6 days for another city. There you go. There's another 29 grand. That's pretty good. Oh, we do have some problems here though. So that building, the supermarket, is not being powered. Okay, once again I'm gonna have to connect it up with this. I don't know what it's gonna be like, but we'll see how we get on. There we go. That's running. It's 79. There we go. It hit the 80. It is maxed out, and now we're using storage. So this is changing the power sources. Power plants is 97%. Storage is 3%. Okay. But it was only for the peak. So that's what it's there for, to fill that peak. That's what we want. That's fine. Another 32 grand. And one more day before we get our research. Oh, look at that. That was about 10% for our storage facility. That's fine, though. 33 grand, and there's our research. So, research agreement, yes. So, there we go. We are going to leave it there. That has been a bit of power to the people. Decent start. Apart from that thing is not powered up. I will fix that by doing this. There we are. No, it's not. It's an apartment building that's further back. My mistake. Now it's fixed. So yeah, power to the people. There we go. We are, I think, hopefully doing okay. This thing is maxed out because it's trying to fill up that lithium-ion battery there. But overall, pretty happy. We have got biomass plant, with all of the bonuses for this map being in Finland. And 2 advanced substations with Lithium-Ion Battery, which is the middling level of energy storage. And it was a nice little event for the electric ferry port. I don't know what money it gives us, but, well, we're on decent cash. 4 days, we'll have another city, but we've also got enough money if we were to, say, have a city being, say, founded here. We can build essentially the same infrastructure over that way, but we do need another power plant, I think. Well, we will definitely need one eventually. One for each of these cities, but maybe even thinking about another substation. Either way, we shall see how it goes. As always, hope you have enjoyed this video, and yeah, comments in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.